Hey there, folks. Happy Friday. And today, the topic du jour, the topic du jour, which is really today the topic of the day, is ignoring conventional wisdom. Taking a look at what kind of is the conventional wisdom around getting unstuck in your tech career, deciding what's next for me as I really want to do the best that I can in my career for myself, for my family, for those who love me. And so it's really about how to command that premium salary, 200, 300,000 a year as a tactical manager by ignoring all conventional wisdom. And the reason that I wanted to talk about conventional wisdom today is because and I do this, quite often, but I believe it was last week. I was scrolling through my Facebook feed, and I'm a member of a number of different groups where folks talk about careers. And this was a particular group where someone had posted the question. A woman had posted the question. It was essentially about, I really can't decide what's next for me in my career. Do I do this, or maybe I pivot in this direction? And so she was at the place where she was trying to decide, where do I go next? How do I figure this out? And as I was reading through the comments, what people trying to help, and I started cringing because I know that people are well-meaning, and a lot of there's tidbits of truth, but it's really just a whole bunch of band-aids. It's really just a whole bunch of temporary fixes. Like, oh, well, talk to your network. You just got to get out there and you talk to people, and then you'll figure out what you want to do next, and then they'll show you the way. Or there was advice like, oh, you know what? There's no rush. Take your time. You can just do what you need, feel it out, and just kind of, just keep throwing stuff at the wall, see what sticks, and you will absolutely figure it out. Don't pressure yourself too much. Or actually, a few people were like, you know what, spend some time freelancing, or spend some time, even just do pro bono work. You don't even have to get paid for it. Just go out there and do a whole bunch of work. And by actually doing the work, you're going to figure out what it is you want to do next, what's next for you in your career. And so these comments are not going to help this person to actually solve the root problem, the root cause of the problem. And that's the thing. You may say, well, what is the root cause of the problem? I don't know. This was just some random person who posted online. I don't know who they are, right? And so by giving advice from this, oh, go talk to your network, freelance, just throw stuff at the wall, take your time. You don't know this person. And so you're projecting your model of the world, what might have worked for you, onto this other person, when you know nothing except this person is stuck in their career. And so that's why it becomes band-aids when you're just posting on groups, and then, okay, what can I do? Give me some tips and tricks. Maybe, one time out of 100, somebody who's been through the same exact situation as you, with the same exact model of the world, the same exact personality, same exact resources available to you, you connect with that person who's like, yeah, this is what worked for me. And so, yeah, wow, that advice was so awesome. But that's like needle in a haystack, because we're all different. We all come to our careers with a different set of values, a different set of resources available, a different set of external circumstances, different personalities. And so it's garbage. It is what exists in a lot of these discussion groups or Facebook groups or Slack groups or Quora or things like that, where people are trying to help. But this is what the conventional wisdom is out there. Talk to your network, throw stuff at the wall, try some freelancing, just keep at it and it'll work. This is the conventional wisdom, and I'm here to tell you that's garbage. That if you just keep following that advice, I can guarantee you that you are going to stay stuck in your career. And what's worse is that you're going to keep digging yourself further and further into that hole. If you feel like you're stuck right now and you're sinking in quicksand now, if you follow the well-meaning, but the garbage band-aid advice that's out there online from people who do not even know you, you're going to sink deeper and deeper, and you're gonna stay stuck. And that's obviously not what I want for you. I'm here to give you the expert advice. here to give you the expert strategies and the expert support that is going to help you. And so, and I know a lot of you have been there in terms of just feeling stuck in your career. Maybe it's early in your career, and so it feels too early where you can't quite figure out, I know that management is an option, senior leadership is an option, I can follow the individual contributor track, and maybe I can go in that direction. Or I talk to lots of, for example, product managers. Do I stay a product manager? Maybe I want to move over into project management, or kind of vice versa. Or talk to a lot of folks who are, in engineering management, or any other kind of tech management, data analytics management. Do I want to stay here and just really kind of be awesome in sort of the middle in between individual contributors and the senior leaders, or do I want to move up? And if I move up, what does that even look like? And so because you haven't been there yet, you're feeling stuck because you don't know what the possibilities are for what's next. And maybe even you might work somewhere to have the benefit where they have career ladders and where they have competency models for, okay, this is what it's going to take to follow this career ladder or that career ladder. But it's just a whole bunch of boxes and words is really what a competency model is. Is that really going to give you the clarity to decide what's next for me? And so you start to feel stuck. And this is, okay, it sucks to feel stuck, especially when you've been working really hard to get where you are at this point in your career. You're obviously, all of you who are listening, watching right now, are super smart, super motivated. You wouldn't be where you are right now if you're not. And to have this sense of, God, I don't know. There's this level of unconscious incompetence. I don't know what I don't know, and that stinks. You really feel like maybe you have an imagination, right? You can play with your imagination and, okay, what could be possible for me in 5 years? But yet, when someone asks you, where do you want to be in 5 years in your career? It's just like this black wall just comes in front of you. Like, I don't even know. Like, I'm not sure. And this really starts to drain on you. And I know this because I've been there, but also just because we've helped so many people, helped hundreds of technical managers out of this darkness, out of this hole of lack of clarity of what's next in my career. Because there's that lack of clarity, there's that lack of being able to make a decision. I don't know what I don't know, that unconscious incompetence. And then really how that shows up in your life is that you start to feel like you're carrying all this extra weight with you, because it's harder to move through life when things aren't clear. It's like you're going through the woods and you're going through cobwebs and don't have a flashlight. It's at night and you don't have a flashlight because the clarity is gone. So you're kind of trudging through and making your way through life, and it's harder and it's draining, and maybe you need two cups of coffee in the morning instead of one in order to just make it through to 10 a.m. and then you need something else, or you need more of a sugar rush or whatever it is to just get through the day because you're just feeling so drained. And another reason, if you're stuck like this, how this shows up, why you're feeling so drained, is because you're not sleeping as well as you used to. Because you're laying in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, and your brain just keeps going over and over and over again, replaying the same problem-solving loop of what's next in my career? What's next in my career? And it cannot answer it. You keep asking it that question, and you just don't know. And so you're being weighed down by this stress, by this overwhelm. And what this means is you're not showing up in life. You're not showing up at work as the leader, as the team member that you're capable of being. You're like a zombie in meetings. You're just going through the motions. And you hate to admit it, but like dinner with family, you're zoned out as well. It's like a zombie. You're not 100% present for conversations with loved ones. And this is how it shows up. And I know this. This is what it looks like. And so here's the thing. If this is where you are, if you do not fix your tech career soon, you are never going to get out of this zombie-like state, and you're going to retire thinking, oh, well, that was a mediocre career. And I know that's not what I want for any of you, because you're here to transform your careers, to retire and create a legacy that you are so proud of. It's an extraordinary impact, an extraordinary career. So what I'm here to tell you is that it doesn't have to be that way. That zombie-like, overwhelmed, I don't know what I don't know state that you're in right now, it doesn't have to be that way. So here's the thing. What you need to do in order to get unstuck and get out of that zombie-like state is to ignore all conventional wisdom. Because most people are not able to, most tech managers are not able to command 200 to 300K salaries while they have more freedom in their lives, while they're making a huge impact. So if you think about it that way, from a logical perspective, if most are not doing it, we have to ignore conventional wisdom, because conventional wisdom is what the masses are following. How are they doing in their careers? Mediocre, maybe slightly above average. We ignore that, and we take a look at what are the top 1% of technical managers doing? And that's who we work with. We work with the people who are and aspire to be the top 1% of technical managers. Most are struggling, but the top 1%, they're super resourceful, and they're quietly earning 200 to 300K a year by ignoring all conventional wisdom. Because they knew that all of these band-aids, oh, just take your time. Oh, just go out and network, you'll figure it out eventually. Or go out and freelance and try a whole bunch of stuff. And all of the other band-aids, they knew that this was not the path towards career transformation. They knew that to escape that path that they were on, which was career mediocrity, they were going to need to get decisive, they were going to need to get committed, and that they were going to need help, because you cannot walk the path toward career transformation on your own. That's what most people try to do. It's why they're not succeeding. To succeed, you get help. And that's what we're here for. Because we have the proven strategies and the proven systems to guide you down the path toward career transformation. We have, and we give you that expert support that no one else is giving. And so that's what our clients were able to realize, that I can keep doing what I've been doing and getting mediocre results and listening to conventional wisdom. Or I can throw the conventional wisdom in the garbage, which is where it belongs, and say there has to be a better way. Who has it? And they booked a call. That's what they did. And if you want to follow in their footsteps, that's what you're going to do. Go ahead and book a call with our team, thepeoplestack.com/book. That's how you're going to get the help that you need to finally break free of all of these old habits and trying to follow conventional wisdom, because that has not been working for you. And what we're going to do on that call is we're going to pull back the curtain, and we're going to reveal the inside strategies that our clients, the top 1% of technical managers, we're going to share the inside secrets and strategies on how to upgrade your career in tech. And what we're going to do is we're going to map out a plan so that you can apply those strategies. It's going to be one of the most clarifying and one of the most transformational calls about your tech career that you have ever had. So go ahead and book that call today, thepeoplestack.com/book. We're here, we hear you, we get you, and we got you. If you're finally ready to claim your dream career, book that call, thepeoplestack.com/book. And that is it for the day. One quick note is that one quote programming note is that Rob and I will be away for the next 10 days or so. We are going on a business retreat, a business mastermind. And so at that mastermind, we are going to be, connected with our coaches. Yes, coaches have coaches. It's how we got where we are, and it's how we're going to get even further. So we're going to connect with our coaches, our sales and marketing and mindset and leadership coaches, so that we can up-level the people stack even more. So it's really going to be a what's next event for Rob and I. We're going to get the chance to connect with other coaches just like us who are also building 6 and 7 figure, some 8-figure coaching businesses. And we're going to learn from them. We're going to grow. We're going to connect. And it's just going to be so much fun for Rob and I. So we're going to have a fabulous time for the next 10 days or so in Southern California. And what that means from a programming perspective is that I will not be doing these lives next week. So next week you will not be seeing these lives, at least not in the same way. They will not be as structured with a particular message toward it. Although I may be inspired by the beautiful surroundings in Southern California, and I may be inspired by all that I'm learning at this retreat, at this mastermind event, that I may occasionally pop on and do a quick live and let you guys know what I'm thinking and what we're getting out of the event. So no lives next week, at least not the usual, but then the week after that we will be back on track, ready to grow, ready to think about how can we up our game even more in terms of helping all of you to claim your dream careers. It is absolutely possible. That is what we're here for. So if you haven't booked a call yet, please go ahead and do so, thepeoplestack.com/book, and we will talk to you very, very soon. Enjoy your next week, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.